looking live at the Museum of Natural Sciences in Raleigh, North Carolina, as the Skyhawks get set to take on an old rival of theirs, the Queen City Corsairs, at home. Welcome, folks, to David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Colin Northrup, and back with me in the broadcast with this week is Rick Northrup.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to North Carolina.
Corsairs, they had a bye week 1. Week 2, they showed some promising things offensively, but ultimately it was too much Florida Storm. They lost 45-29. And for the Skyhawks, they're fresh off a close victory over the multi-time defending champion Baltimore Vultures.
Nice game for the Skyhawks, rebounding after that. Week 1 loss to who? Motor City V8s.
Yeah, the Motor City V8.
There's a coin toss. We'll remind everybody. The Rick down. Back in action with a revamped format. Starts at neutral, then possible, probable, and book it. See who can progress, and we have an enhanced use of the watch status. And here's the kick.
Joe Garfield kicks it away in 5 field goals last week for Queen City. Harish Prasad on a return up the middle across the 20, and he'll get knocked down at the 28-yard line when we first down for the Skyhawks. Matt South is the quarterback, number 10, Ike McBride. Running back, fullback Tori Hansel, wide receivers Chase Earl, Riley Quintero. The aforementioned Harish Prasad tight ends are Vince DeSantis and Xavier Solomon. Offensive linemen, they have 3 of them. Left tackle Katie Palmer, Ricky Rigatoni at left guard, and Chris Cross at right guard. That's the Carolina starting offense.
Thank you. And Chris Cross is a hidden little gem on the expanded, remastered Rolling Stones Goat's Head Soup album, everybody.
Here's the give to Ike McBride, her first carry. Our statisticians today are Zachary Hamburger and Frank Gooden, as Ted Haynes makes the tackle after pick up a 2 by McBride.
And I believe Jimmy Page plays on that track, crisscross. Check it out. Hey, Tyler Fox in the chat.
He said the Northrups are here, and with an exclamation point, he's all excited.
Get excited. Look at this.
As McBride breaks off a tackle and will get tackled over the midfield stripe, what'll be 1st and 10. Tackle made by the inside linebacker Kappa Jones, and let's take this opportunity to introduce you to the rest of the Queen City attack.
Please do.
Oliver Ridge is the defensive end rookie, pick 96 in the draft. Dan Dash is the other defensive end. Joseph Zabolka is the defensive tackle. DJ Klingon, the rookie linebacker, pick 33, is in the middle with Jones. Clyde Periwinkle, the third. Chad Stinson lined out the linebacking core. Brandon Ewing, Greg Gaines, and Ted Haynes are the corners. Todd Rigsby, number 6 overall pick, Alex Marshall, and G.B. Wallace are the safeties. Here's another carry. This off to the halfback this time as the pick up 5.
2 impressive runs. Both McBride and the name, please. Just carried the ball. Just kind of picking their way through some good open space there created by Skyhawks.
2nd and 5. South is yet to throw a pass. It'll be another handoff. This time McBride's back in. First down. No, it's Hanzo, the fullback. Gets his first carry of the game. Picks up a first down. Much to the frustration of the...
Everybody gets a bite at the apple here in the first drive, Colin. Hey, Ray Colson. Nice to see you in the chat. And great to see you in the convention a couple weeks ago now.
Toss out, it's McBride. Oh, she ran over one defender.
Sit down.
The license plate on that truck was G.B. Wallace, the strong safety, just got ran over. Pick up a 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 is South under center. It's been all runs so far from Queen City. 2nd and 5. Here's another run to McBride.
Fairly successful with a running game so far, Colin. Why not?
It's 3rd and 4. Corsairs a week ago gave up a boatload of rushing yards to Bula Beletsky. So Carolina obviously liked what they saw in film study during the week and have elected to go with the attack as such as McBride gets a toss on 3rd and 4, and she's stopped exactly at the 30.
Huh?
Claudius Periwinkle the third on the tackle, so ultimately they go to the run well one too many times, and that'll bring up Malone Brown, the kicker. Snap spot kick from 48 is up and good. And we have a 3-0 lead as the Skyhawks take it 8 plays, 42 yards. And they take an early 3-0 lead as a result.
Yeah, nice little drive and picking up some points right off the bat. That's always good. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button and get yourself in the chat if you so desire.
Kickoff is away by Malone. Fielded in the end zone and will be kneed out. The ball comes out to the 20. And we got our first look at Torellis Blanton. Spent his previous 2 seasons with the Seattle Nemesis. He's at quarterback. Tony Zoma's the halfback along with Jet Zero. Adrian Ellis, Doug Spelling, along with the rookie wide receiver Bob Wood, round out the receiving corps. James Matthews Jr. and Chase Matthews are the tight ends. Robert Crone is the offensive guard, lining up on the left side. Matthews Jr. in motion. Here's Blanton back to throw. Fires. It is caught by Doug Spelling, who gets out of bounds around the 40-yard line. And Blanton, who threw for over 400 yards in his first start with the Corsairs, continues the hot hand here.
Spelling not afraid of contact. Tries to put his shoulder into it to pick up a couple extra yards rather than the simple trot out of bounds. Got some respect for that right here.
For the Skyhawks defensively, Christopher Colon, Lavon Irvine, and Stephen Forbes are the defensive. And Phil Hall are the defensive linemen. Danny Stinson's the inside linebacker along with Mojo McClain and Siobhan Prasad outside. As the give off is to Jet Zero, he picks up 4 yards on his first carry. Tristan Hatley, Skippy Curtis, Davidson Joseph are the corners along with Monty Wyatt, Chris Delro, Ibari, and England are the safeties for the Skyhawks. Here's Blanton, turns gives to Tony Zoma this time, and Zoma will march forward to set up a 3rd and 2 situation. Zoma had a rushing touchdown, 12 carries, 17 yards. Jet Zero, 9 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown a week ago. 3rd and 2, Zero in motion. He'll line up in the slot. Here's a draw play up to Zoma, and Zoma got the first down, they say, just barely.
Looked like he was going to have it easily, and linebacker came up to make it more of a contest than I think they were expecting. But he does, as you say, advance the ball far enough for a first down.
Split back formation, 3 wide receivers. Under center is Blanton. Turns, gives to Zero. Only picks up 2 before he's knocked back in a big way by Stenson, number 57, bringing up 2nd and 8.
And Denver, the service dog, made the trip. Denver was unable to attend the convention due to a last-minute health issue, but he seems to be fine. Thanks for your prayers and concerns.
Tight end lined up in the wing as they go split back jacks. We got a man in motion to the bottom. That's Matthews, the rookie tight end, number 89. Here to get to Zero the opposite way.
Oh.
And Jet's going the wrong way, and he gets tackled all the way back at the 50, and it's basically 3rd and 10.
The Skyhawks string that out, and Mr. Zero can never gain the advantage and make the left turn there.
Let's see what
What?
offensive coordinator Tom Walsh has called for on 3rd and 10. Blanton's back to throw. Will dump it off short to 0-0. Has a long way to go, but only able to advance it 3 yards forward when he needed 10.
Well, Carolina gets their stop. A little bit of no man's land right here, though, huh, Colin?
4th and 7.
Yeah.
Looks like the punt team will line up. We have Carolina 7.5 point favorite, over under 48.5. Our facts and figures provided to our friends at Jack Zetta's. Punts away. Returned. Only up to the 18. Harish probably should have called for the fair catch. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dag's Droneworks. Aerial photography and videography services for real estate events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. They provided the great aerial footage you saw in the introduction. Here's South under center. And he's still not attempted to pass as McBride gets the first down, just barely short of the 30. It's featured a heavy dose of McBride so far, no pass attempts for South, who's a very capable passer. He give off to Hanzo, and he's tracked down after pickup of 1. As we get a game update from Cameron Irvine. What do you got? Wow, Fenimore continuing his explosive performance from a week ago. Despite his team's loss to the DC Dragons. 3rd and 10. Matt South lined up with 4 wide receivers, and we finally see our first passing game for South, who moves around in the pocket, has time, fires down the field, tipped and incomplete. Corsairs gonna stop as Todd Rigsby on the deflection.
Yeah, timely stop too, and he had all day in the pocket, just kind of drifting, rolling around, Colin. And hats off to the secondary as they provided great coverage on that.
Carolina set to punt away. Good hang time.
Wow.
Fair catch called for by Ellis at the 33.
So Queen City gets started on the 33.
Their own 33.
Their own 33. They get they had a couple of good they made some progress, picked up a couple of first downs, but eventually stalled out. Let's see what they can do here on the second possession. Of course, the Rick Meter staff back in the truck, minding the store and the neon, watching intently.
Short throw out to Doug Spelling. He had to go behind his back, and he couldn't quite haul it in. Incomplete.
That might have been for the better, Colin, because if he'd made that catch, he wasn't going to make much progress at all.
First incompletion of the day for Blanton. 2nd and 10 out of the eye. 3 wide receivers. Back to throw is Blanton. Steps to his right. Throws. Incomplete. Beautiful coverage on the play by Tristan Atley on James Matthews Jr.
Tried to drop that in there into a bucket in between the two defenders, and maybe that was just a little tardy in delivering the ball.
3rd and 10 for Queen City.
I don't feel tardy.
4 wide in the formation. Single back is 0.
Did you miss me?
Give me something right out. Here's Blanton, fires, incomplete, just down in front. Looked like that was Matthew Jr., the intended receiver, or perhaps Bob Wood.
For those of you that had Van Halen on your Colin and Rick broadcast bingo card, you can circle that one.
Another punt by the Corsairs. It's away. Harish on the return hurdles over some down blockers and gets tackled at his own 35.
Yeah, it looks like there might have been a technical difficulty with Cam coming out of Broadcast Central with that game break update, Colin, which is too bad because it was ace commentary for sure on that Florida Storm game.
Kyle Fenimore's big return, setting up a BDD Hollywood short touchdown to cut the deficit in half there, 14-7. Chase Earl in motion. Nobody follows with him. South hands it off again to McBride, shoulders it, linebacker right in the middle, and picks up 5.
Well, whoever is toting the rock among the 3 so far we've seen, Colin, for Carolina, they're running with authority. And that kind of punishing treatment can wear down a defense, especially in the second half. Let's keep an eye on that.
Here's to get to McBride. She's tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Oh, and it looks like Ike is injured.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the Schmear is hurt. Oh, dear. Not what you wanted to see if you're Carolina. McBride getting a heavy dose of the workload early.
I don't know, walking off on their own power, so fingers crossed there. And hey, Look Alive 24, thanks for listening. Drive safe.
It's Michael Turillo, inducted into the Hall of Fame. 3rd and 4. South now back to throw. Has to run out of there. Will take off himself. Find the first down.
Oh,
they're marked short.
What? Is this one of those initiating of the slide?
Oh, and the coach is not happy.
Coach is not happy. I think he's telling, I can read lips, I think he's telling the ref he wants him to go to Fuddruckers.
Let's take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid.
Yeah.
Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com, and he's well ahead of the first down marker. He doesn't start to slide till right there.
Yeah, that looks like a first down. Let's see how the Zebras see it. See how the Zebras see it? What's that? There we go.
And Carolina wins the challenge. But a more developing story is the status of Ike McBride.
Yes.
Who so far had 10 carries for 52 yards before going out injured. South changes the play at the line of scrimmage. This is the backup on the toss. He loses a yard. Tackle made by Wallace.
Bring up 2nd and long here as we're getting into almost the last minute of the first quarter here in Raleigh. You're listening to Colin Northrup. I'm Rick Northrup.
Here's South. Same formation. This time it'll be a throw down the middle. First completion of the ball game goes to Weapon X Xavier Solomon to set up a 3rd and 5.
Hey, if you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your Sorry. Begin your career or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. And look at that. There's a first down.
Riley Quintero, his first catch, so Sal completes his first pass for 6 yards. Had a couple of misfires early and gets the first down here on a little underneath pattern to Quintero. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, minor and major league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Footballship. Stay up to date, explore our past, present, and future. There's Vince DeSantis in motion. This will most likely be the last play of the quarter. Pitch out to the backup tailback, and Queen City was ready for that one. Claudius Periwinkle, the third on the stop. As we reach the end of the first quarter, 3-0, Skyhawks in front. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. I'm Rick Northrup, Colin Northrup, with your ace play-by-play.
Hello, everybody.
We're scoreless here in Raleigh. No, sorry, 3-0 Skyhawks.
Malone's like, did you forget I made a field goal in the first quarter?
About that, yeah.
Zachary Hamburger and Frank Gooden on stats. Torrey Hanzo gets the handoff. His third carry, and only picks up one to set up 3rd and 9. Looks like they're going to have to rely on number 10, South, to continue moving this offense forward in bigger chunks. 3rd and 9. Trips to the bottom, including DeSantis out there. Split. Play action. South. Down the field, incomplete into double coverage. Just a little too long, and number 10's disappointed with himself there.
Yeah, he may have thrown that long on purpose. I'm not sure that the receiver was open. Not going to get another look at it, but trust me, folks, that may have been what was going on.
4th and 9, punt for Carolina upcoming. Ellis practically standing in his own end zone. Punts away. And this will pin the Corsairs back inside the 20 at the 18.
Well, so far, Skyhawks had a nice little opening drive, stalled out early, able to put 3 points on the board. Now it's just kind of been a punt fest. Let's hope the dam breaks here for one of these offenses, Colin.
I think the Corsairs are looking for their offense to get into motion. As they start with a pass to Jet Zero. He's stopped by Amon England for no gain.
I'm not sure about the concept of what they're trying to do there with those short passes, maybe just to build some confidence among everybody on the offensive unit.
Blanton back to throw again. Fires low. It's caught by Ellis with a first down.
So I was going to make that makes the point I was going to talk about next, which is they've had some good intermediate success with the intermediate routes. They should try and stay with that.
Underneath, ooh, he had to go low to get it in front of Tristan Atley, the corner. Nice move by Ellis there. His first reception is Blanton is 4 for 4.
Great route there, and Atley had no chance to make a play on that ball.
I formation. Throw it again to Zero. This time he's able to make a little something out of it.
That may be the 4th time we've seen that play already.
Picks up 2 that time, as opposed to picked up 0 the last time.
Hashtag worried. Let's see. They're in love with that play early on.
Welcome in Drew Riley to the chat. It's been an eventful week.
Drew, my man.
For him, to say the least. Tony Zoma catches that swing pass and knocked out of bounds.
So they do get a little short route and another success, but they're short, 3rd and 3.
It's much shorter 3rd down than what they've been facing. It's not double digits, even long single digits.
It's a single-digit integer that we're working with.
Low single integer. It's Blanton over the middle, catch made. Matthew Jr. on the reception, who had a big game a week ago versus Florida, hauls that in for the 1st down.
Well, of course, this announcer believes that the Corsair sideline has been hearing my comments, and they try and go to more of these intermediate routes. I understand trying to put the ball in Zero's hands, Colin, but it hasn't really been working yet.
Matthew Jr., 9 catches, 182 yards. Averaged 20 yards a catch a week ago. That's his first grab over the middle. They've gone to him a couple of times before that without a reception. Here's the give to Jet Zero, only picks up 1. The rushing game for Queen City continues to struggle.
Which is strange because they went down the field pretty much running the ball in that opening possession. Am I right?
That was Carolina going down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Carolina. That's who I thought you were talking about there for a second.
Matthew Jr. in motion as Zoma lines up as the fullback in front of Zero. He's a former fullback now playing halfback. Throw! Ellis! Catch made for the 1st down, but
get up, Ellis.
I think Ellis is injured. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
And the young man who just hauled in a great catch will have to be assisted off the football field.
That's crazy. Well, hey, just want to make sure I had mentioned this earlier, but if you're liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support.
Blanton is perfect 8 of 8. Now 9 of 9 as Doug Spelling finds it in the end zone. Touchdown, Queen City, just like that.
That's a thing of beauty right there, boys and girls.
So as soon as Ellis goes down, Doug Spelling's like, I got this, and hauls it in right down the middle. Nobody so much as touched him.
Hits
the way to the end zone.
Yeah, hits the seam. A little gap there. Just on a sort of inside streak. I don't know, what do you call that route?
Streak route up the middle as Blanton is now 9 of 9 for 99 yards and a touchdown. So you got a 7-3 ball game. We got an 8-play, 83-yard drive for the Corsairs, taking up 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the clock.
Oh, the Corsairs strike. And this is getting interesting now, Colin. Of course, Jack's data says Carolina's giving 7.5, and the over-under's 48.5. For those of you that care about such things.
Davidson Joseph on the return, up the middle, spins across to the 25-yard line where it'll be marked down.
Seam, fly, yeah, fly. Might have been a fly route. I don't know, because he kind of showed a crossing route or a slant and then just took off down the field.
1st and 10 at 25, south. Under center out of the I formation. Mike McBride went down with an injury. We'll hear the status later as Torianzo picks up 5 yards. 2nd and 5. They have to go Hanzo more because apart from the one run, it seems that the backup tailback has been pretty much bottled up.
Yeah. Well, let's see if the Skyhawks can answer here, Colin.
Single receiver to the wing out of the eye. Prasad here to give to the backup, and he gets a big hole up the middle, 1st down.
The running seam route, the running fly route.
That time the offensive line opened up a big hole there for number 24. Look at Hanzo with the big block on the middle, on the safety man there in the middle. Gets the 1st down.
Hey, no disrespect, but my grandma could have run through that hole. That was amazing O-line Carolina.
1st and 10. Just past the 40. Hanzo again on the fullback dive. Stiff arms him in. Broke a couple tackles. He's up over the 40. And he'll get knocked out of bounds short of the 30-yard line.
And you see him lower his shoulder to give that DB the what for as he was going down.
5 carries, 37 yards so far.
Right here. I got you. Bang.
Look at her reach Prasad in the chat. He's all excited. He says baby schmear with the eye emoji. Must have learned something from Mike there. 3 good the eye formation with 3 wide receivers south.
Maybe we'll see Ike back in the game. I noticed sometimes so far in the new version, players do come back.
Now it's the backup fullback, and he picks up 2 to give Hanzo a blower. Kappa Jones on the stop, 2nd and 8.
Nice stadium here for Carolina, by the way. Compliments to the build team on that. Our first time in the new stadium in the new build, Colin.
I saw it in the preseason, but I'm glad you like it too.
Yeah.
As I certainly did, as the backup picks up another first down, and this Carolina rushing attack continues to churn up the yards and chew up the clock.
Yeah, what does that say about the Carolina O-line that sort of whoever, no matter who they're handing the ball to, and they're all great players, but everybody's making progress down the field, as our Canadian friends would say.
Split backs this time, 2 receivers to top south, under center. Sees something he doesn't like and checks to a different play, it appears. Quintero in motion, being trailed by Haynes. Play clock at 5. Give up to Anzo, and he stopped the line of scrimmage for no gain. Zaboka in on tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You're watching Carolina trying to answer Queen City's successful drive, which I will point out relied on intermediate routes.
South has to scramble up the middle again. Slides, and this time they give him the first down. He makes sure of it.
Maybe Queen City will challenge the spot this time on South scramble. This will be the 2nd first down gained by South on the run.
A bit of a homecoming sorts for James Klein, who's now part of the ownership group of Queen City. He was a former coach, and he took control of this franchise in the beginning stages in 2015 to 2022 before handing it off to the Prasad brothers, Harish and Sharat. So, a bit of a homecoming for him.
Look out.
Throw over the middle, caught by Quintero, pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4, Riley's 2nd catch.
Now they can get a first down here without scoring a touchdown. And that would be fortunate if that works out that way for Carolina. Unfortunate for Queen City as they're trying to force a field goal attempt here.
2nd and 4. This is the first meeting between these two teams since season 17, so it's been some time, but they have some history of 15 previous meetings. Only one in the playoffs. Anzo makes it 1st and goal on the fullback dive.
And I'll take Carolina's honorariums gladly for that announcer call right there. Honorariums, that's a great vocabulary word. So there's your weekly reminders. Build your word power. It's the key to scoring well on your standardized tests.
Hanzo again squeezes his way through for a touchdown, and Carolina retakes the lead.
Speaking of scoring well, you can bully your way into the end zone. That's a classy way to score.
There's the blimp.
The blimp says touchdown. I'm sorry, go ahead.
As Hanzo, look at this. Just carries the defender, doesn't stop the legs, never stop moving.
And that's kind of been the story so far here in this first half, Colin. The running game of Carolina sometimes they've just been, you know, sort of wandering wildly through the defense, and other times when there is contact, it's tough. It's rough contact being dished out by Carolina, and there's the extra point.
It's 10-7, a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And that man, Hattorianzo, is responsible for 6 points. As he waves to the camera and says, "Hi, Mom." Here's Malone to kick off. Just to see who will be the returner. Now that there's been some shuffling afoot. It looks like Bob Wood, the rookie, number 19, on the return. He'll get tackled at the 26.
Pretty good run out of the end zone there. But not bad yardage. So we're going to go on watch status here for the Carolina defense. If Carolina can force a turnover and not allow a point here on this Queen City possession, the Rick meter may be moving in their favor. So Carolina defense on watch right now.
High formation. Backup fullback is in. Starting fullback, rather. Throw out to 0 again. This time he's able to make a little something out of it. Picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Yep, I think that play will become more available as the game goes on if they if they continue to mix in the longer passing game. That may get him the room to roam that he's looking for there.
Now they go split backs with 2 tight ends. Here's the give off to Tony Zoma, and Zoma's tackled just past the 30, but we got a flag. Let's check from the official.
Hey, and I saw James Klein in the chat too. Nice to hear from you, buddy.
Mojo McClain called for an incidental face mask going by. The 2nd and 1 is a penalty. We reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. We get a 2nd and 1 after the penalty. Same formation as before. Defensive line shifts. Weird, they spread the middle. Draw play. Zoma first down.
Great call. Carolina Collins shifted late into the split pairs, trying to pressure the ends, and they get that handoff right up the middle, picks up the 1st down.
And the delayed draw is a perfect call. Because again, they line up in the I formation. Queen City. They'll try another dump off pass to 0. Good rallying tackle by Moser McClain, number 90, who was called for the penalty earlier. Limits the gain to only 3. Corsairs down by 3, but don't seem to be in that big a hurry, Rick.
Yeah, that's a little strange to me right now, as I'm sure it is to the viewing public and chatters.
Here's Blanton back to throw, has a clean pocket, fires down the field. Oh, Matthew Jr. had it in his hands, but he bobbled it incomplete, and he's up 7 himself as it sets up a 3rd and 7.
I thought for sure he had that. I was surprised, maybe surprised as anybody that became an incompletion.
We got a 3rd and 7. We got a bunch formation, single back is 0.
Bunch formation may produce something here. Let's see.
And they go toward the bunch side. Catch made by Doug Spelling, who had the touchdown. And he gets knocked out of bounds, stopping the clock with 1:04 left.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Carolina wasn't expecting. They didn't seem to have covered that bunch formation as closely as they needed to. And Queen City, Colin recognized that and went to it.
73 yards now on 3 grabs for Spelling on four targets and a touchdown with a long of 32.
That's pretty good. He's a player, leading candidate for player of the game for Queen City anyway right now.
Matthew Jr. only 1 catch on 4 targets for 14 yards. As this pass is tipped incomplete. Oh, that was real dangerous. Skippy Curtis got her big old mitts up there and said no.
Skippy. People call me Skippy.
2nd and 10.
The skipster. The skipinator. Not gonna let you catch it.
Empty backfield set.
Would it be prudent at this juncture?
Spelling motions trailed by Curtis.
Skippy Curtis being played by George Bush the first.
As Matthew Jr. catches his ball and gets knocked out of bounds to set up 3rd and 4. Kind of a little, he circumnavigated there for half a minute on his route, but he was able to move forward and advance the football.
It was chilling like Magellan. Study your history, people.
Single back, 55 seconds up, all 3 timeouts at the Corsairs' disposal. Terrell Blanton has Doug Spelling wide open, catches the ball, breaks a tackle, and he gets out of bounds at about the 3.
1st and goal.
I thought he was going to score for about half a minute.
Yeah, it looked like he had a shot, but the last thing you want to do is get tackled in bounds. So this time he takes the safe route, puts foot out of bounds. So the watch status is not going well for Carolina here, Colin.
That Spelling, with that last reception, is now over the century mark today. Exactly 100.
Wow. Can you spell 100 for me, please?
Man in motion is Chase Matthews. He's in the slot to the bottom side, kind of next to Matthew Jr. Blanton to the end zone, touchdown!
Whoa.
First touchdown of the year. And Blanton's 2nd passing touchdown of this first half. Oh, doctor.
Well, what do you know about that, Colin?
I know this. Race to the Jolly Roger. The Pirates are back out in front.
Yes, they are. And they've put it in the end zone twice. Carolina's got a field goal and a touchdown. Who'd have thunk?
Garfield on for the extra point. It's up and good. 10 plays, 75 yards, taking a minute 47 off the clock, and they have a 4-point lead against the team that they were 7.5 point underdogs coming in.
I know. Hey, Colin, is this the part of the point of the game where we like to ask the question?
What's going on with the Rick meter? Well, I just received this note.
Well, it's just in. The Rick meter is going with possible for the Corsairs.
As Blanton, his incompletion streak is broken now, but he's 16 of 21 for 167, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, quarterback rating of 130.5. Thank you.
It's a good stat line for a Queen City team that's had a rough go of it last season and trying to get things pointed in the right direction. And it's been a good half of football for them so far, Colin.
41 seconds left for Carolina. Dorianzo gets the carry, tried to break a tackle, only gets 2. And it looks like the Corsairs, the Skyhawks are just content to go in the locker room.
They may not run another play. We'll see.
2-second difference between the play clock, game clock and play clock.
My guess is they'll snap it since they came out of the huddle with so much time left.
Be one more play, another Onzo fullback. That runs over him in. Torianzo's lose 50, 40. And he's out of bounds around the 35. Timeout called, 9 seconds left.
I think he actually stayed in bounds, necessitating that timeout, Colin. Well, look at that.
And just like that, boom, they're in fringe field goal territory. It's Onzo.
Fringe field goal, I love it.
78 yards on 11 carries. That was a 32-yard run, his longest of this half. Here's the give off to the backup.
Another timeout. Yep.
And they call time with 5 seconds left.
They may have to kick it here. I don't know if they've got enough time to run the play and then they'll get the timeout.
Looks like Malone's on the field. This will be a 43-yard field goal attempt.
Lefty Malone.
With 5 seconds to go in the first half to make this a 1-point difference. Go in the locker room. High snap. Spot kick is good. With
Wow.
1 second left, they go 42 yards in 45 seconds.
4 plays. The big keyed by the big run by
Tori Hanzo, who's averaging 7.1 yards per carry from the fullback position.
Oh my goodness. Well, the Rick meter is still possible for Queen City, which is the first notch in the favoring Queen City. They're going to stay with that right now.
We get a kickoff.
Carolina's showing some life, but Queen City still has the lead going into the half, Colin.
Wood will down this in the end zone, and we've reached the end of a very exciting, very fast-moving first half of play. 14-13, Queen City in front of Carolina. Rick, what are your initial thoughts as you try to sit back and relax?
Yeah, I think Queen City, hats off to them. They were bent on getting the ball in Zero's hand on those swing passes and edge plays, and they just weren't working. And they eventually found and had the temerity to good sense to throw those intermediate and deeper routes. And I think that was what that was a key for them in the first half, Colin. I think surprised Carolina a little bit with that. They didn't seem to have an answer.
Only 5 pass attempts in the first half for the Skyhawks, but South completed 3 of them. But for only 24 yards, Doug Spelling, your spotlight play in the first half. 25 yards of catches. He goes 4 grabs for 100. Very Randy Moss at that line.
Right, and my other impression was that Carolina, on their first possession, went down the field basically on running plays. And that last possession of the first half was keyed by the run. So we've got a looming, an emerging passing attack from Queen City and an established run game going for Carolina. Let's see what the second half brings here.
Shall we? Kickoff is away. Wood will let this fly over his head, and it goes on the end zone for touchback.
Hey, I forgot to get some food at halftime. I wanted a hamburger. No, I want a hot dog. No, I want potato chips.
Oh, you'll have nothing and like it, Richard. Oh, classic movie reference on the Ringo card. That just happened, folks.
Yeah.
First and 10 for Queen City at the 20. Terrell is Blanton, 16 of 21, 167, and 2 touchdowns. We'll start off with the Tony Zoma handoff, who gets 2 for being tackled by Mojo McLean.
You know, is it my, you know, you're more into the playbooks than I am, Colin, but it looked like that was going to be a QB sprint out to his left and hands it off to the fullback at the last second. That's kind of a nifty play. If that can develop a little bit more, might be something.
Here's Zero straight ahead up the middle. Ooh, it'll be 3rd and inches, and this time I don't think there'll be a red challenge flag thrown.
I don't think so. Set your power level to 0 as they don't surprisingly try and get him on the edge. They put him right up the middle, Colin, and it works. It works.
Jervon Prasad got off the block by Matthew Jr. to stop him there for no gain. As we get a 3rd and inches look. Here's the give off to Zoma again on the sweep. And he got the first down.
Yeah, he did.
Welcome in Los Angeles Lakers quarterback Sully Richardson.
Captain Sully.
And a 1st and 10. I formation. Both backs in the backfield. Blanton will dump this off. This time to Zoma. Zoma has room and picks up 6 yards. Skippy Curtis on the tackle.
Second time we've called Skippy's number. Well, technically we called her name. Good contribution so far from her on defense.
2nd and 4 following the completion. I guess they counted that as a run because his attempts and completions are still the same as Zoma is tackled in the backfield for a loss.
Uh-oh, wrong way.
Loss of a couple. Send them back 3rd and 7. Loss of about 3. And Queen City
Still
with a 1-point lead.
On the minus side of the field with 3rd and long. This could be kind of critical.
Terrell's Glenn back to throw. Has time. Fires down the field. Got a man open. It's Matthew Jr. for the first down.
Well, look at Queen City playing cool, calm, and collected, Colin. And that earns them a first down at midfield.
He was just running a deep and cut it. Nobody was there until Stinson made the tackle. We'll mark it at about the 45. As we see a shotgun look for the first time today from the Corsairs. Bland's back to throw. Fires, completes it to Zoma underneath. Picks up 3 yards before he's tackled exactly at the 50 by Monty Wyatt.
Not a bad design. Like I say, hadn't shown shotgun. Maybe they're expecting a deep route, and instead they throw short underneath. See what can be created. Yeah, 2nd and 7. Like I say, not bad. I can take that.
Belling in motion to the top of the formation. He's the only one out. His 2 tight ends split back set. Zoma again on the sweep, but this time the blitz was perfectly called, and Chad Stinson brings him down for a loss of 3.
Yeah, congratulations to Skyhawks on that play, as that just becomes a mess for the Corsairs.
Tackle made by Stinson, his 6th, and we're back to 3rd and long again, Rick.
They can't afford to have a trash play like the last one.
Blanton throws, catch made, first down. Doug Spelling.
They went from trash to fire.
No, they went from trash to bussin'.
Bussin'.
As Spelling just broke free of the coverage. Tackle made by England.
Is that because they feasted on the secondary? I thought bussin' was food. Am I wrong? Yeah, I'm down with all the way the youth of America, the youth of today talks. The Utes.
The 2 Utes. Here's Bob Wood in motion to the bottom of the screen.
I can slay it.
Stop while you're ahead. As Zero gets the carry, breaks a tackle.
Let's go to Cam with a game update.
Thanks, Colin and Rick. How about Bryant Dynasty in this second half? He's going to hit Why Not Arrowlet, who gets a great block from Boo Chisholm, gets into the end zone for the touchdown, 28-21. Florida leads Atlanta in the 3rd. Another good ball game. Back to you guys in North Carolina.
Hey, thanks, Cam, and it's nice to see Boo Chisholm downfield doing work, getting him in the end zone. That was cool.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame wide receiver. Oh, we got a fumble! But Queen City falls back on top of it. But it'll be a huge loss, setting up a 3rd and 14 off the edge. Unblocked was Shervon Prasad, but Queen City man alertly fell on the ball.
Oh, wow. Prasad with the surprising the QB from the backside there.
Nobody picked him up.
Yeah.
That's just a missed assignment there by the offensive line. It's Blanton. He'll have to run. He won't get the first down, but he'll make it 4th and 8, which puts it in fringe field goal territory.
Unfortunately for the Corsairs, he's no Matt South. That scramble drill.
Corsairs will elect to punt, so they chewed up a lot of time, Rick, but unfortunately for Queen City, they were unable to get it going as this punt,
Yikes.
doesn't travel very far in the air, but will bounce out of bounds past the 20, close to the 15.
Not my prison shank, Granny. Hey, now available, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K 2.3 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at goretroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/ 4K23, Retroid, the official console of the SFL.
Tori Hanzo picks up another 6 yards on the fullback dive. Set up a 2nd and 4. To take a look at the numbers for Hanzo. It's a healthy average along with a healthy long.
So we're going to go on watch status here for Queen City defense. They can hold. It'll say something to the Rick Meter staff.
Only a 1-yard gain. Setting up a 3rd and 4. Or 3rd and 3, rather. Claudius Periwinkle III, he's been busy. Our statisticians are Zach Hamburger and Frank Gooden. Periwinkle 5 combined tackles as the backup picks up the first down, breaks a tackle, almost broke a second one before he tackled just short of the 40.
That's a big time run right there. Bryson showing that he's got some skills.
Watch it. Boom.
Yeah. The defender goes high, ducks down. That's some great lower body strength there. He just fights through that underneath the grasp of the defender for some additional, what do you say, yardage.
With that accent, I feel like you're going to tell me to take the parking spot next. As Hanzo only picks up 1 on the fullback dive.
Gonna go check out Massachusetts in a couple of weeks.
As Chad Stinson for Queen City stops Hanzo for 1.
We get some lobster rolls. That'll make it awesome.
Hanzo fullback dive one more time, and he just sledgehammers through the middle. Set up a 3rd and 5.
Queen City's committed to that running game. Trying to get that running game rolling.
You mean Carolina?
Carolina, yeah. What did I say, Queen City?
You said Queen City.
Oh, man. The dyslexia strikes.
3rd and 5.
The voice of dyslexia.
South back to throw. Fires. Ooh, tipped and incomplete. Looking for Quintero, but no dice.
No dice. Nothing doing. Wow. Queen City defense impresses the Rick Meter staff. They're going to reiterate their possible, which is the first lean, first tick over Queen City's favor. Queen City's offense will have a chance to maybe move that needle to probable with this possession, Colin.
Kick is away. Wood on the return gets tackled at the 24-yard line.
I'm the Carolina defense, Colin. I'm a little, I might be a little perplexed because we've seen 0 on the outside a lot. 0 went up the middle. There's some good progress. And that the deeper passing game seems to continue to be working for Queen City.
1st and 10, 24, Blanton will give off the 0. Trying that sweep that they ran with Zoma. This time it nets him no gain, which I suppose is better than what's been lately, a loss of yardage,
Right.
but still
Right.
a bit frustrating.
Frustrating. British frustrated. The Australian frustrated. I guess that's the Aussie accent.
Throw over the middle. Bob Wood with his first catch of the ball game sets him up at a 1st and 10.
Throws the shimmy at the fans. Love it.
Number 19 played his minor league ball with the Albuquerque Adams. His Blanton is now 20 of 25 for 225 and 2 touchdowns. How many more 2s can you have in your stat line?
Maybe he'll get a 2-point conversion before it's all said and done.
0 up the middle, only picks up 3. 17 yards and 7 carries so far. 19-yard pickup went to Wood. Yeah, 8 carries for 0.
Behind the stick, single wideout, split back here, Colin. Obviously going to pass.
The throw by Blanton is complete out the Matthew Jr. broke a tackle, but then had to go forward once he broke that tackle.
Wrong way, Corrigan. Almost.
Sets up a 3rd and 3. Only 20 carries for 8 yards for 0, and 3 carries for 6 yards for Zoma. Each has contributed 5 and 3 receptions respectively.
Here we go. Power eye. Heavy package. They're going to
throw out of it. Short. First down to Spelling. Ibrahim on England with the tackle, but Doug Spelling, ooh, he's just putting in the work today, especially ever since Adrian Ellis went down.
That was cool. Had me fooled all the way. They throw out of that. And was that Spelling on the catch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Properly runs the route, boys and girls, just past the sticks. How many times do we see they'll run the route short, they'll break it off short, even with the completion they can't pick up the crucial first down.
Blanton over the middle, Spelling again picks up 6 yards.
Spelling makes no mistake, no spelling error on that play.
I'm surprised you haven't said that one already.
Oh, that's too good. Yep. All right, if you've got pun on your Colin and Rick bingo card, you can circle that one.
Put your 4s, 86s, 12s, and 68s up in chat, folks. We reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Queen City leads by 1. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube.
APM Music is unrivaled music.
Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Dang, was I talking over Dags? That's too bad.
No, as we're getting an injury update, looks like Ike suffered a broken finger.
Ooh.
Hyperextended elbow for Ellis. So Ike is probable.
Well, let's see. Yeah, broken finger. It can be painful, but you can still get yourself back in the game. Hey, APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production of the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. You know what I realized, Colin? Me and the commissioner, we might have a difference of opinion. You know what that might be?
What?
The Oxford comma.
Here's Blanton back to throw. Has to scramble. No, he goes down. Stephen Forbes with the sack, number 64, and the Skyhawks come up with another big stop to start this 4th and final stanza.
That's a huge play right there. Carolina's got it's only a 1-point game, but so far it seemed like a fairly steep hill
And
for the Skyhawks.
That's the first career sack for Forbes, so congratulations to that young man.
Hey, all right. All right, hopefully the first of many.
Punt is away. It'll be angled.
Ooh.
All the way. Oh! I think it'll be about. It'll come out to the 20. It was looking to die.
Couldn't tell if it was going to die or not. You got to try and make a play on that, I suppose. And just can't do it. It's a touchback. So here come your Carolina Skyhawks.
9:07 to go in the game. They're trailing by a point. And Ike McBride. Down with an injury. She said she's probable, but we haven't seen her yet. Here's a guy we haven't seen until now. Chase Earl with a bunch of spin moves picks up the first down. Nice job by them.
Oh my gosh, by golly. Sort of ran into the angry mob of tacklers and blockers and bounced out.
Watch this.
The double spin move. Excellent.
Harish, just throw the ball more, please, and thank you. Are you sure he's not just saying that so he can get more catches? As the running back gets it up the middle, picks up 9.
Hey, when you got a running game that's working like that, you'll save the passing plays for a play action at some point. Would be my guess, Colin.
8 carries, 55 yards, 6.9 yards per carry for the backup. He gets it again, and it's a first down.
Yeah. Not bad Skyhawks as they go goal line on that to pick up the short yardage. They focus on moving the chains right now. There's still plenty of time. Depending on how this goes, Colin, though, Skyhawks may only get the ball after this 1 or 2 more times at the most. We'll see. They really need to get their points probably on this drive to make them feel comfortable.
Earl in motion to the bottom of your screen. Hanzo fullback down. Oh, he just trucked over a man right almost as soon as after he got the ball, but only picked up 2.
Maybe I should have yelled 2. Speaking of that, I'm thinking
It's
about
little Zeddy is the
Yeah?
rookie all-star backup.
All right.
And Sully's saying if Carolina wins, it's free spaghetti for the fan base from Luigi's.
Linguini's. Look at this play.
As Quintero, his biggest catch of the day, gets him past the 30, down around the 25-yard line. Wow.
While everybody's thinking about going to Luigi's, he sneaks downfield for a big gain. Holy smoke.
5 targets, 3 grabs for 46 yards, longest of 29. That right there, he made Wallace of Queen City look silly on that play with his initial spin. 6:51 to go in count. South under center. Zach Hamburger and Frank Goodner statistician. This is pass attempt number 9 for South. He'll go down though. It's a loss of 1.
Sack time.
It's Brandon Ewing from his corner spot coming up there. Just checked off his man and said, I'm going to go after the quarterback. Brings him down. Second and 11, South. Under center. Zeddy is the single back. South is back to throw. Has to move to his left. Now he has to run. Slides down after pick up a 5 to set up 3rd and 5.
Respectable pickup.
This evening it's another 4 block of games around the SFL beginning at Estadio Met Wilson, where the Mexico City Aztecs will welcome into Portland Fleet. The night is headlined by the Houston Headhunters home opener against Indianapolis. Both teams fresh off a win. Check out Denver Sioux Falls, Motor City Canton 2 starting at 6:30 only on SFL YouTube as this pass down the field to Anzo is incomplete into traffic.
Boy, going for all the marbles there on that deep route.
To the fullback.
Yeah.
And the big guy almost had the ball. Right there.
Oh, man. Did that actually skid off the helmet of the defender? Hard to see.
It's Malone on for another field goal attempt. He's already made 1.
This will give them the lead.
37 yards and 5:48 to go. As Malone's kick is good. It gives Carolina a 2-point lead as they cap off a 9-play, 58-yard drive, Rick.
And the Rick meter is going to go back to neutral with that. Neutral. As Carolina finally gets an answer and the lead here. With 5:45 to go. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. Brought to you by APM Music. I'm Rick Northrup. Colin Northrup calling the plays here.
Hi, everybody. As the kick is away, Wood on the return from his goal line. Up the middle, He'll get tackled at the 25.
Well, this is where it starts getting down to brass tacks, Colin, right? Defense wants to do their defense, and Queen City knows they've got to score to retake the lead.
This is a team that had 5 field goals a week ago. So far, 2 touchdowns, but no field goals, but they're trailing by 2.
That's right. They could take the lead with either.
Zero out on the flat. He's got room. Jet Zero with a stiff arm out of bounds across the 40-yard line. So finally, the dump-off plays worked to perfection that time.
That's right. That's the Jet Zero dump-off play they've been trying to get, the result they've been trying to get all game. It starts showing up here late in the fourth quarter.
Critical time, 5:20 and count. Terrell's Blunt dumps it off again to Zero. Zero breaks the tackle. He's up over the 50. And it gets the first down just past the midfield stripe into Skyhawk territory.
Yep, they're depending on Zero to break one tackle, and he did.
Just a short little dump here.
Get
1-on-1 against Mojo McLean.
Yep. Get an ISO on McLean, and Zero wins that contest. Put some yards in the bank.
Now approaching under 5 minutes to go. They can take their time, but they got to be careful still.
Yeah. Well, what's the first imperative? Move the sticks and get points.
Here's Blanton.
Oh.
Ducks out of a sack, fires down the field, catch made. Matthews Jr. as Terrell's Blanton continues his wizardry, this time from in the pocket, avoiding what could have been a killer sack on first down.
Exactly. A little sandlot football for you, everybody.
There you see the passing distribution, mostly to the right.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Down the middle, he's got 93 yards, my favorite number, because that's the year I was born.
Ha! There you go.
3 tight ends on the field. Here's the give off to Jet Zero out the middle.
Ooh.
They'll only pick up 1. It'll be 3rd and 1. Danny Stinson on the tackle.
Zero looked like he had it, and hats off to the Skyhawk defense. The pursuit there, they slowed him up, and the pursuit got home. Kept him short. We have 4-down territory here.
Perhaps, yes, depending on the results of this play. It'll be a Tony Zoma handoff, and he gets the first down. So it won't matter for now.
Who needs 4 downs when you can get it in 3 downs? 3 doors down.
Then you'd be playing Canadian football.
It's the 90s called. They want their reference back.
Now they line up in shotgun again this time. Zero split off to the left side. Blanton back to throw, fires underneath, catch made. Underneath, pickup of 6.
Getting themselves into the, what'd you call that, the fringy field goal area?
Yep.
The FFG?
Yep, the FFG indeed. We get a 2nd and 4 situation.
We got ourselves a situation.
Here's Zoma on that sweep. He finally gets room and picks up the first down when he absolutely needed it. It's with 2:59 and counting to go as we're fast approaching the 2-minute warning.
Oops, they got the split backs again. They've thrown out of this consistently, except for that one sprint out play.
Matthew Jr. in motion. Throw incomplete. Looking for spelling. Clock stopped at 2:32. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, I suppose the benefit of that is the clock does stop.
We have a 2nd and 10.
I don't think they want to try and kick a field goal or attempt a field goal from quite this distance if they don't have to.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Blanton dumps it off to Zero. Javon Persaud's there to meet him, but Zero carries him forward for a pickup of 4.
Oh my. Well, 3rd and longer than they'd like.
3rd and 6. And they're fast approaching 2 minutes. Let's see how they approach this one. They probably try to get this playoff here first. The young quarterback in his 3rd season, 1st year in Queen City. He's back to throw. Fires down the field, tipped and incomplete. Davidson Joseph with the stop, but it'll be 4th and 6. 2:03 to go. Looking for Matthew Jr. And I believe Garfield will now be called on to try the extra point. Or field goal attempt, rather. Yes, he will. It's 38-yard field goal attempt to give the Corsairs the 1-point lead. Snap spot. Garfield's kick is good. So with 1:59 left, the Corsairs drive 11 plays, 54 yards. And James Garfield has his first field goal attempt of this ball game. He's now 6 for 6 through 2 games played for his ball club. Remember, they had a bye to start week 1. 2-minute warning reach. We're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Colin Northrop, Rick Northrop with you. Zach Hamburger and Frank Gooden are statisticians. Cameron Irvine, executive producer extraordinaire behind the scenes and league commissioner. Harish on the return up the middle, gets tackled at about the 27-yard line. It'll be 1:55 left, 1-point deficit for the Skyhawks. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 27. So right now the under is definitely in play. We have, my facts and figures are correct. Definitely the under is in play. Hanzo on the carry. Pickup of 1. Clock continues to run. Savoca on another tackle. They got to call all hands on deck for Queen City.
Exactly.
And the Pirates try to hold the rope.
Well, the Rick meter is going back to possible Queen City now. Possible for Queen City. That's the first level of favoring.
Here's the throw for South. Looking for Quintero, but it's incomplete. DeSantis also in the area. Clock stop 1:25.
You know what we haven't seen yet, Colin, is a turnover. We had that one fumble, but it was recovered by the fumbling team. So no turnover there.
But it did go down technically, I think, as a sack.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how that would be.
Play action, South. Down the field, incomplete by the flag.
Oh, yeah, I think the defender arrived there just a touch too much.
Pass interference on Wallace as he tackled the receiver just as the ball was arriving.
I guess impeded his progress. That's kind of ticky-tacky for this point in the game.
Quintero did try to go up to make the catch, and he was interfered with in trying to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, and I don't know that you're right. The defender may not have been spotting or looking for the ball either, which would get you every time.
1:21 as the ball is advanced to the 45-yard line. South underneath, catch made by the backup.
You probably need to get the ball to the 30 or inside the 30 for a field goal attempt, right? 30 makes it 47-yarder. That's your FFG, fringe field goal area.
Clock under a minute and they run. Toss play, first down.
Oh,
to the 30. Uh-oh, here we go.
There we go. They're in your fringe field goal area. The FFGA, that's what we're going to go with. Just made that one up. You did.
Big run there, sets up a 1st and 10. Now they're taking time. 35 seconds and counting.
can't afford a turnover here.
And they're going to run again.
Ball security is so important. 2nd and 9.
Now hurry up. Uh-oh.
They got all their timeouts. I mean, come on.
It's out. He's back to throw.
Going for
Fires. Oh, incomplete. Looking for DeSantis.
Woo. Wait. What?
Clock's down to 13 seconds left as you see Malone Brown. He's already made a couple of field goals. Will he be called upon here?
Lefty Brown?
Malone Brown, a
Yeah.
lefty.
A lefty.
Michael
I
Turillo.
like lefty Malone better.
Michael Turillo going into chat. He says, oh,
In all caps.
I feel the same way up here in the booth.
I know, right?
3rd and 9 for
Watch him
one.
throw in the end zone again here. Nope.
Play action.
Yep.
Free rusher coming down the middle, complete. And we get a timeout with 8 seconds left.
Oh, no. And the Rick Meter staff is instantly regretting their lean Queen City, or their possible Queen City.
And they'll send out the kicker right now. He's 3 of 3. It's Malone Brown. This for a possible win. Snap, spot, kick is on the way. Good!
There you
8
go.
plays, 59 yards, taking up a minute, 54 seconds left, and Carolina retakes the lead.
And the Rick Meter's going with win, Carolina. Carolina will win. Predicting by the Rick Meter.
5 seconds left, a 2-point lead.
Well, barring some lightning strike. Well, somebody did win the Mega Millions, so you never know.
Return from the 4. Wood.
And
The clock expires.
that's it. That's it.
Time has run out. The Carolina Skyhawks win on a last-second field goal, 19-17. They move to 2-1 in the Corsairs. Well, they're still searching for their first win in a long time. As we get a look at the statistics, Rick, everything was pretty much even across the board. Carolina only 86 passing yards, but they were efficient in those.
Yeah, I noticed.
But the one penalty for 27 yards, the interference call, was ultimately the game breaker.
Yep.
19 minutes time of possession for Carolina. Geraldus Blanton, another outstanding performance, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 271 yards. Torrey Hanzo leads all ball carriers, 16 carries, 91 yards from the fullback position. As Jet Zero and Doug Spelling each catch 7 balls, Spelling leads all receivers 30 yardage. GB Wallace 11 tackles, Mojo McClain also 11 tackles, 3 sacks each. 2 from Carolina, 1 from Queen City.
Well, and you mentioned that penalty was the difference, Colin. That's why you throw. One of the reasons you want to throw deep routes from time to time is you may force an error on the DBs and get that penalty, and that's what happened here. Smart football at the end of the day by Carolina Skyhawks.
Total yardage pretty even, first downs pretty even.
But you know what? I like Queen City's attack, Colin. I think that passing game was great. They can get some tweaks in there, a little more effective plays for Jet Zero. I like where Queen City's going.
They're close.
Yep.
They're still very close.
And I know they're not into moral victories, but this was a good game for them. Didn't get the win, but there's promise there. They've got stuff to build on.
Well, on behalf of myself, Colin Northrup, and my broadcast partner, Rick Northrup, thanks to our statisticians, Zachary Hamburger and Frank Gooden, Cameron Irvine, our executive producer. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your day until the block of games starting at 6:30.
Good night, everybody. Good afternoon.